Hello, this is John Burns with Sitka Technology Group, and I'm here to talk about the Conservation the Idaho Way project tracker. The focus of this training video will be adding a new project into the system, either a proposal for a future project that's not yet funded, or back entering an existing project that's already underway, which should be tracked in the system. Once logging into the tool and requesting appropriate privileges from the tool administrator, you'll have access to the proposals and pending projects lists. Or if you scroll down, you'll see the Add Project link. You click this button and you'll be prompted whether you'd like to add a proposal for a future project or whether you're back entering data for a historic project that's already underway or complete. For the purposes of this example, we'll add a proposal for a future project. Here, we're proposing a project called the Paris Hollows Project for the Bear Lake Conservation District. The proposal process uses a workflow with several steps, which you can see along the left-hand side. You'll need to work through each step and enter the required data before submitting the project to the tool administrator for review. The project tracker uses a draft review approve workflow. As the project implementer or project proponent, you will create a draft proposal. This proposal will be available for you to edit until you've entered all of the required data and are satisfied that the data is complete. Once the data has been entered, you can submit the proposal where it will be reviewed for completeness by the project tracker administrator. After the administrator has reviewed the data, they will either return it to you for any clarification if needed, or approve the proposal, at which point it will become visible in the tool for public consumption, and the accomplishments and expenditures of that project will be part of the total project record for the state of Idaho. The basics page of the proposal workflow asks for some information around the primary program, which is a description of how this project would be classified according to the Conservation the Idaho Way project classification system, a name, description, various data around the project's cost and timeline. Next, you'll have an opportunity to provide a location for the project, both a general location, which helps understand where the project is located within the state of Idaho, and detailed information showing specific features such as the project boundary or roadways or point features that make this project interesting. For the detailed location, you can use the tools to draw lines, polygons, and add points to the map showing information about the project. When you complete a page, be sure to click the Save and Continue button to save your data and move on to the next page in the workflow. Here, you can choose the watersheds associated with a project through a simple interactive clicker. You can assign organizations who participate in this project. In this case, let's add the Natural Resource Conservation Service as a project partner, for example, and then save and continue. You'll be prompted to enter any expected accomplishments that this project is likely to achieve. From the list of performance measures, find any relevant accomplishments that this project will achieve and add. Complete the required data. In this example, we'll restore 4,000 linear feet of state-owned stream corridor. Let's make this a public-private partnership project and add 2,000 linear feet of private property restored. Be sure to select every relevant performance measure so that you can demonstrate the full value of this project and that the accomplishments will be tracked comprehensively across the state. Save and continue. Next, we can add any identified funding sources for this proposal. Because this project is a proposal for a project in the future, we're entering both the expected performance measures and the expected funding. If you were entering a project that's already underway or complete, you would be entering the actual expenditures and the actual accomplishments, looking backwards rather than the forward-looking information that we are entering here. The data entry process is very similar for both historic and future projects. You can add as many funding sources as needed. If a funding source for your project is not listed, you can use the contact support list to request the project tracker administrator to add a new funding source on your behalf. Again, be sure to enter a comprehensive list of your project's expected funding and then save and continue. In the workflow, the black checkboxes indicate a section that is complete and all of the required information has been provided. The red triangle indicates that there is information that has not yet been entered that is required before this proposal can be submitted to the administrator. In this case, we're being asked to decide how this project relates to a classification system, which provides a useful means to group and roll up project expenditures and accomplishments. Select as many classifications as are relevant for your project. Save and continue. Lastly, enter any projects. For a proposal, you'll enter projects showing the existing conditions of the site. For projects that are already complete, it can be helpful to enter both before and after photos to see the improvement that your project has realized. You can also attach documents and enter any descriptive notes to a project. When the project record is complete, you can use the Submit button, which will notify the project tracker administrator via email that there is a project ready for them to review. The administrator will promptly review your project record and get back to you for more information or approve the project as part of the official record. Once your project has been approved, it will appear on project maps, have a fact sheet, and a detail page, which can be accessed throughout the site. Thank you for watching this Conservation the Idaho Way training video.